Oh man, I know some of you guys find it interesting, so we got to talk about this T-Rex stuff some more. I keep getting really fun messages like this one. Hey Ben, recently bought something from T-Rex Arms, and never before have they left a handwritten thank you on the invoice. It reads, "Thank you for your support." Yeah, I mean that's a sign that things are changing over at T-Rex. And why am I laughing about this? I mean, it feels a little bit mean to some people, but it's just, I mean, those guys are such dicks. Um, so it's just, it's fun to watch them kind of take over a business and have it not work out all that well. Let's go through a bunch of your comments because I think there's some fun discussion to have here. You saw on Instagram that Isaac responded to someone saying, "Sell the company back to Lucas," right? Okay, and in quotations, here's what he said: Lucas has burnt so many bridges here that no one at the company would work for him. And that's from Isaac Botkin. Now, that to me sounds like something Isaac wishes was true. And I'm sure that's what his employees say to his face, but I can't imagine that that's true. The people having their hours cut back or getting laid off at this point are probably starting to come around to like, these guys aren't the super smarty pantses that they're acting like, and this is not going very well, especially without Lucas. So I think that is what Isaac wishes was true. Um, Whoever's been running their YouTube page has been getting more and more hostile in the comments. It's kind of fun to watch. Yeah, I think they're getting frustrated. I think they're getting frustrated that people just aren't accepting how this has gone down. So let's go through a bunch of your comments on the last video and see what you guys had to say about it. Okay, they're using the SIG gaslight tactics. Um, Not quite yet. They're getting there. I mean, gaslighting, sure. They're trying to bullshit everybody. What SIG would be saying is all these people, they're just SIG haters. When really, I mean, that's not really true. I think SIG has pushed people to have a problem with what they're doing. T-Rex isn't out saying like, oh, all you guys that are criticizing us, you just hate T-Rex arms, you hate Christians or something like that. They're not doing that. So they're not quite at that level. Ben posts about T-Rex. I drop everything and click. Yeah, to me, it's fascinating to watch this stuff play out. I mean, I'm in a similar business, so it's like it's interesting to watch what happens. See the comments on that. We're all here for the drama, as Ben often states. Yeah. Like, why do people feel the need to pretend they don't like drama or they're not interested? Like, that's such a weird thing to me. I'm like, no, this is awesome. Like, this is really interesting. All right. People love drama, especially when it may involve possible downfall of someone or some company that was once held up on a pedestal. Yeah. They just yeah, that's what people are really watching here. Is they're looking at this company like that, and it's kind of like they deserve it a little bit at this point. Like, look at what they've done. If you're supporting a company because you're, hey, I kind of like the vibe over there, and I like the content that Lucas is putting out, and it's products that I find interesting, and then you kind of get a different look at it, and kind of like, oh, well, I can just buy stuff from somewhere else. Like, I don't like the vibe over there anymore. At least you watch the training videos. Ben has stated the drama videos are much more popular. Yeah, they're way more popular. All right, LOL, a warehouse expansion sale has got to be oxymoron of the year. No, it's just a lie. Straight up, they're just inverting reality. Okay, I have no idea who within T Rex forgot they are a Lucas Botkin merch store. And that's a great point. They really are, or were, and now business will not be as good. I passed by the T Rex booth a couple of times at Goals in Knoxville, the Gunners of America, like the legislative thing in Knoxville last week, and the amount of people visiting their booth is an indication they are in big trouble. Yeah, well, what are you gonna walk up there and like, what are you gonna talk to them about? It's like, what is there to say? I bet they got a warehouse full of 8K nods. Yeah, I think they do. And I think this is unrelated to like the Lucas situation right now. If you look at the track of the business over what the last 6, 7 years, it's like it's doing what it's doing. In 2020, it blows up. And I would say that is right place, right time, just really good positioning in the market. There's a lot more interest in firearms and training for, I mean, you remember 2020? So their business went gangbusters, and it was kind of like they could do no wrong for a couple of years. And then the whole firearms industry slowed down, and probably them especially, all right, slowed down. And over the course of the last couple of years, as things are not just blowing up all the time, and they're not just making shit piles of money, like dudes start to like turn on each other. And that's kind of what I think here is like the brothers are like wanted Lucas out of there so they could run the business properly, you know, like really do a good job. That's kind of how I see it. I think that selling 8K nods is tough right now, no matter who you are. And I think for T-Rex, it's even tougher. This it's interesting for me to watch this stuff because, like for me, I'm in a bubble segment of the market. So, like competition stuff or like specialty training stuff is still doing well. Like my business hasn't changed. I'm busier than ever, but people selling like stuff for new people or whatever, trying to sell lower dollar items, they're just it doesn't do as well. I mean, you can go see this for yourself. Try to buy like a specialty rifle, like I don't know, Seekins Precision. You're probably gonna have to wait. You want to buy a specialty pistol like an Atlas, you're gonna have to wait. But if you want to buy most other things, they're readily available and relatively cheap. So that's kind of how I see it in the market, where it's like the specialty stuff still goes, but generally it's not doing too well. TMZ of the 2A community, well, that's good. You're welcome. Uh, they literally confessed their stock is sitting in storage, not getting sold. So they made a sale to get as much profit as possible before the ship sinks totally. I'm not sure the ship is going to sink totally. I just think they're going to have to scale back. Um, if they have a bunch of stuff in inventory, I mean, I've seen it. They have a huge inventory. If they sell that stuff off, turn the inventory into cash, and then run lighter on inventory, that'll solve some problems for them now. They're going to have to, like, probably downsize the headcount as things change here. I don't see what other choices they have. We have too much stuff equals we aren't selling enough. Yes, of course. All right, I've been seeing the holsters at Shields. Ooh, Midwesterner here. Told the guy I couldn't buy them knowing what I know, and he replied to me, yeah, I've been recommending people not buy them. Reply to that was based Shields employee. That's what you'll find when you go to Shields, is the employees are actually pretty well trained and knowledgeable about the stuff that they're selling. So that's probably why that business does well. Okay, you mean to tell me the same people that gaslit their own brother out of the company he founded and built is now trying to gaslight their customers and viewers? Yeah, they are. And it's not working that well. It's just not. But it's fun to watch for sure. His brothers had every opportunity to include an NDA in the buyout. Yeah, I suppose that would have been smart, or just have him just shut up and not disparage them. I don't know that the buyout or like money has changed hands or anything. I mean, you remember when Lucas left, what was it? They had like a shareholder agreement where they owe him money. I don't know if that's been paid or what's going on with that. I assume that they're trying to get out of that. There's no way that they're going to actually pay out Lucas properly to the contract that they bullshitted him into signing. I don't think they plan on living by it. I need a holster for the range. Switch to tier 1. Yeah, tier 1's good. Tier 1 is good. Every day, the possibility of Lucas buying the company back for pennies looks more plausible. That would be funny as hell. He says he doesn't want it, but it would just be so good. It would be great. Okay, see what else we got here. As soon as I saw the picture of the guy in the forklift, I deleted the email and unsubscribed. All right, as a customer of T-Rex Arms, I can safely say I'll never buy another product from them unless Lucas is back as CEO with full control. Well, no, and not right now. You're funding Creepy David to do whatever he does. I don't know. Do people not understand that Dirty Civilian was a former T-Rex employee who proceeded to keep a lot of the T-Rex aesthetic? The channel might be old now, but they're still relatively young. Good luck Good luck to T-Rex. They made their bed and they can enjoy laying in it. Yes. All right. Anything else? Basically a cult. The elders, everyone who works there are homeschooled and from the same church. They're preparing for a raid. They have an arsenal of weapons, factory on church ground, tithings to church, trying their best to align a firearms business through vague Bible justifications. Yeah, so there was like a series of interviews from former employees that, I mean, I think it was two. Like I listened to the interviews, and there was some stuff along those lines. Definitely, I mean, I don't know if I'd explicitly call it a cult, but the culture there is fucking weird in a lot of ways. I mean, the weirdest shit that I heard about was a guy taking snacks from like the snack bar for employees, and I think weeks later, Colonel Sleepy calls him in to talk to him about it. It's just very strange stuff like that. And like having prayer times at work, which Lucas said, Lucas, this was interesting. I remember a fight, I mean, a week or two after Lucas left or something like that, where he was getting shit on by people because he was anti-prayer. And he's just like, no, I don't want to force people to pray at work. There must have been a lot of weird stuff going on there. Um, Again, I don't think they're like a Kool-Aid drinking like dangerous cult, but I think there's some people there with weird opinions for sure. T-Rex Arms had a very tiny table, one person at Gunners Advocacy and Leadership Summit. Yeah, quite odd for a Tennessee-based company that only needs to drive 4 hours. Yeah, I just I don't think there's much in it for them there. Their own details about the expansion don't mention an expansion. They're full of unsold stock or not, but full or not full, but needing to up the sales. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Anyway, oh, Lucas mentioned on his Discord last night there's plenty of shelf space when he left a few months ago. Curious. Yeah, I don't think this has anything to do with shelf space. I think they're raising cash. Probably because they need it. So, anyway, like I said, keep an eye on it. It's a pretty interesting situation, and man, hopefully they'll. Well, I don't know if I hope there's a lawsuit, but if there's something crazy like that happens, that would make things even more interesting to see. Anyway, like I said, I'll keep an eye on it.